Hello and welcome. Today we are talking about The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. And while I'm talking about that, you can watch me put together this cool puzzle. So to start off, I'll just say that this wasn't exactly my taste in book. I enjoyed it. It was a nice, summer, lighthearted read. But it had a lot of things I disagreed with in it. It used a good handful of bad words, some of which I'll put up on the screen now. And even though there was nothing graphic, there was a lot of talk about teenagers having sex. Even though there was no graphic sex scenes, there were a lot of makeout scenes that were pretty descriptive. There was also the fact that this is one of those books where the love interest kind of takes over the rest of the story. I thought it had a good story going and I can see where the love interest fit in, but it became kind of cheesy and all-consuming for the last half of the book. There was also the fact that the book was just too long. Story flow was kind of chunky. There was a lot of things that I think could have been shortened or left out or told differently. There was this pretty big section that was just the main character and the love interest talking and getting to know each other, which just felt very random and like the story was not progressing all that much. I think the parallel story could have been a little bit better, and if it was a little more and a little more clear of what it was representing, then it would have been a lot cooler. There were also a lot of inconsistencies and plot holes that I noticed, and just a bunch of things that I thought just weren't very well thought out. And the writing wasn't the extremely best either. For example, in the first chapter, the main character takes the majority of the time talking about how strict her life has to be and how she has to pay attention to everything she does, and then in the second chapter, she goes to a party where teenagers are getting drunk. And she does come up with some excuses and little ways of making sure she doesn't get caught, but they're not very thought out ways and things that could still end up being bad for her. So overall, I thought it was kind of funny and entertaining at a lot of points, but other than entertainment, I didn't get much out of it, and even then, there were a lot of parts that I didn't extremely enjoy as well. So I'm giving this, I think, maybe 3 stars out of 5, and I don't personally recommend it. It was a nice, lighthearted summer read, and I may or may not read more of this author's works, but I'm thinking not. I just really didn't get as much out of it as I was hoping. That's all I have for today. If you've read The Unexpected Everything, be sure to leave your thoughts and comments on it below. Tell me what you agree with me with and what you don't agree with me with. If you like this book, or if you don't like this book, I guess, since this was kind of more of a negative review, be sure to like the video. And if you want to see more book reviews with little activities happening in the background, be sure to let me know of that in the comments as well. Bye!